What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you back to another episode of Road to Ranked. We are here kicking off our win season, and as you guys know, I need your help. We still have the same team because I don't have suggestions yet. So, I mean, a lot of you guys have jumped on the previous two videos and have given me suggestions, but I do it in a week in advance. So like next Monday, I'll be using the first video from this week, etc. I already explained this to you guys. So go ahead and leave your set suggestions down below using the hashtag RTR along with your full Pokemon suggestion with moves, EVs, etc. Don't forget your ability in nature. And I will go ahead and choose 3 Pokemon to use every single day next week and the weeks coming. It'll cycle. We're gonna hit start right now. Our current record is 5 wins, 1 loss, so that's pretty good for win season nation. And we were still rocking the same team. Like I said, I'm not gonna change it until I get your suggestions because I want to be able to incorporate everything you guys want to see in the videos. And honestly, I really like these Pokemon. And they're doing really well, and I want to win, so I'm fine with doing this. Plus, I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Today has been a cycle and a half. I won't get into the details, but I might need to go to the dentist very soon, and I'm probably getting a wisdom tooth pulled, which means I won't have videos probably for a while after that happens. So I'm gonna try to get it all sorted, go to the dentist. It's just so, it doesn't hurt, but it's like overcrowding. Overcrowding is a thing. I don't know. Volcarona, Cresselia, Sableye, Whimsicott, Salamence, and Aegislash. So we see. Why are we starting off with another Whimsicott? Like, I'm jumping on a battle spot. Why? And it's a level 1. We level 1. That means that it's cheeky as anything. That means that it's cheeky. All right, so I'm definitely bringing Ambipom. Without a doubt, I'm bringing Ambipom. All right, so we're bringing Ambipom. I will open with it. He has no ground type, so I don't mind bringing my Rotom. I'm going to go Rotom, Ambipom, and then I'm going to go Gardevoir. Because Gardevoir hits everything on my opponent's team hard. It'll hit the Sableye, it'll hit the Salamence, it'll hit the Aegislash with a Moonblast. It will hit the Volcarona with a Shadow Ball. Okay, so the Volcarona is the one problem that I have to worry about with my Gardevoir. And I can hit the Cresselia Hyper Voice. It's actually really interesting. Hyper Voice, if it's neutral on a Pokemon, just so you guys know, if you ever use a Mega Gardevoir, Hyper Voice, neutral, will do more than a super effective base 80 move. So the 3 other moves that I have in there are Shadow Ball, Psyshock, and Energy Ball, but that's really only to be used if there's a Pokemon that resists Hyper Voice or is 4 times weak to one of those moves. For example, Swampert, I'll use Energy Ball, no doubt about it. But a Pokemon that, say like a Steel type Pokemon, not Aegislash, because it's weak to Shadow Ball. But if there was a Steel type Pokemon, pure Steel, don't even really. If there was a Magnemite on the field, I wouldn't use Hyper Voice. I'd probably hit Run because I'm terrified of Magnemites. But you're gonna want to use Shadow Ball because it's neutral damage. Actually, Hyper Voice. Fun fact: Hyper Voice is even stronger. Yeah, Hyper Voice is stronger than Shadow Ball would be. So you pretty much always use Hyper Voice, I'm guessing, unless it's unless you have a move that's super effective on a Pokemon that also resists, and he opens up with the Whimsicott. Son of a gun! Could have opened. All right, I'm Volt switching. I wish I had Protect. I wish I opened up with Ambipom. I'm gonna Volt switch. But I really wish I had opened up with Ambipom. Another Whimsicott! This is ridiculous. This is obviously a completely different set because it's level 1. And he might actually switch out because this is probably not the Pokemon. I'm guessing like Final Gambit, if Whimsicott even gets that. I don't know. He's just going to do something. Why level 1? Why? I want to know. I want to know. Can you show? He's going to Leech Seed. He's going to Leech Seed. Well, he's going to regret that. So this Whimsicott is not going to be a problem, thankfully, because we're going to Volt Switch out of here, bring him down to his, I'm guessing, Focus Sash. And I guess the whole idea is that he would be able to get back up to full HP rather easily with Leech Seed, but what does that even do for you? Okay, so now you're at full HP, your Focus Sash is, you've used it, you can't reuse a Focus Sash, and we're just gonna go into Ambipom here. I know about speed because he's level 1. I can go for a Fake Out, and we can be done with this. He's probably, he's gonna preserve that Whimsicott because clearly it has more to do to us. So unfortunately, he does have the Sableye, and he goes out into it. So he's got 2 really cheeky Pokemon. I don't want to get burned, so I'm just going to hard switch out into Gardevoir. I really don't know if that's what the Sableye is going to do. It could be Mega Sableye, and it's not going to do that, but I never see Mega Sableye ever. I would love to use it, actually. If one of you guys want to suggest a really nice set. So he does go for the burn. He misses the burn. So this guy who's trying to use cheeky stuff is not having the best of luck. Fortunately, though, I could just go for a hyper voice, even if he wants to go into the crest, which, judging by the Pokemon that he brought, Cresselia is probably his last Pokemon, but he's not going to switch at all. He's just going to stay in. Interestingly enough, because honestly, a hyper voice is going to one-shot this thing. I would be surprised if it didn't. I dropped. He's gonna Calm Mind. So are you gonna live a hyper voice at +1? Even if you do, you're not gonna have enough. It's gonna do more than 75. It's gonna do more than 75%. Even at +1. It's still one shots. So your Calm Mind Sableye can go shut up somewhere. Wow, got him. Really good insult, Shady. Really, really good. My bed's not made. Do you see this? My opponent goes out into the Whimsicott. I'm actually scared about what this thing's gonna do. I am going to hard switch out into Rotom. That's how terrified I am. I feel like this Whimsicott has some sort of move that's gonna OHKO me. I don't know why. It's probably got Endeavor. Memento. So he's trying to gain some momentum with Memento. You get it? It's like words. It's gonna sacrifice itself. But I don't really mind because I could just Volt Switch out of here. I would say I would mind. I mean, this could still be a problem if this is the Salamence. No, it's the Volcarona. Ooh, that's not bad for my opponent. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. I am at minus. Unfortunately, I'm at -2. So I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. I'll get out of here right away, which is nice. But Volcarona can still do a little bit of work against me, unfortunately. I don't think 2 Hydro Pumps would have killed, otherwise I would just go for them, but I'm going to go ahead and go out into my Ambipom here, because something tells me I'm going to have to take advantage of Fake Out. I feel like that's what I want to do. He's going to go straight up for the Giga Drain, not expecting me to Volt Switch, but fortunately I did, so Ambipom can eat up a Giga Drain, although that does do a sizable amount. A respectable amount, but I get to go for the Fake Out here, and I'll judge by this Fake Out damage if I want to go for a double hit or knockoff, but something tells me that we'll just be able to go for a double hit. I think we completely just see. This is what I'm talking about. Cheeky stuff doesn't get you far. See, look at that much damage that does, and I'm not even Life Orbed, guys. If I was Life Orbed, that would have been 50%. That would have been 50%. Fortunately, though, we know we outspeed. We can get a double hit off. It connects, and that's going to be a dead Volcarona or a fainted. Forgive me, Pokemon don't die, at least not in battles. So a fainted Volcarona. Down it goes, and we get 1 win to start off this episode of Rotarect. And I don't know what. Did you hear that? The words that just came out of my mouth? It was like I was saying the word end, but it's a and. I just sound like a foghorn. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't want to save the battle. See, I really enjoyed not having the verse recorder because it wouldn't be asked every battle, would you like to save the battle? I wish they made it where, like, if you want, well, I guess no, people would get upset. I was going to say, if you wanted to save the battle, you could hold down select at the end screen. And then that would bring up the verse recorder and say, would you like to save the battle? But then I guess some people would forget and then be like, oh, I really want to save that battle. Why didn't you ask me, Nintendo? And then so you just can't please the masses. I personally would prefer it because it's less frequent that I want to save a battle. Oh, sweet. A communication with the trainer was interrupted. It didn't even show us who he was. That's fantastic. Let's change the music for myself, even though you guys listen to Glitch X City. I don't know why the verse recorder has to work the way it works, but let me know in the comment section down below. That is bright. Look at that. Woo, it's blue. Let me know in the comment section down below how you wished. Do you think the verse recorder is fine the way it is? Do you wish that it did what I said? Or do you wish the verse recorder just, instead of recording battles, impregnated Pokemon? My opponent is bringing a Latios, Azumarill, Scizor, Charizard, Garchomp, and Dragonite. So a very, 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 very strong team, but it has a lot of weaknesses on it. We can see the fairy weakness screaming. So once again, I'm not going to bring Salamence. My Salamence doesn't even have Dragon Stab on it, which is interesting. Although I don't have anything for Scizor. If I bring my Gardevoir, I don't have anything for Scizor. Plus, that Scizor's there, and it will one-shot my Gardevoir, which is why he probably doesn't mind having that fairy weakness. So what I'm going to do is, considering most of his guys are physical attackers, except for the Latios and Charizard, if the Charizard is Charizard Y, which I assume it is, I'm going to open it with Salamence, which I usually don't do. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm going with Salamence. I'm going to bring Mamoswine because it hits the Latios, Dragonite, Charizard with Rock Slide, and the Garchomp. You know what? I'm going to open up the Mamoswine. don't have a Mamoswine. I am going to bring the Ments, and I think... I feel like Terrakion wants to come through, but Terrakion... girl, what's she doing when you do it? How you... I don't know. I really love Gardevoir now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the Terrakion. We're going to go Mamoswine, Salamence, Terrakion. I'm not sure how it's going to be. I did really want to bring the Salamence, but that Charizard scared, that Scizor scared me. What I should have done was just brought something to counter the Scizor. But the only thing that on my team that can really one-shot a Scizor is a Dragon Dance Salamence. And it's kind of hard to get that. It's kind of hard. I'm kind of hoping that he opens up with the Scizor. He opens up with the Garchomp, actually, and I'm opening up with the Mamoswine. So I don't know why I wanted him to open up with the Scizor. I don't know what words I was thinking. But I think I can take one hit. So I'm just going to go for the Icicle Crash. And if he has the Scizor, it's going to come out. So do I go for an Earthquake and predict? But these are normally Scarfed. And I don't think an Ice Shard one-shots. What item am I holding? If I'm holding Expert Belt, which I might be. No, I'm holding the Berry. I'm holding the Berry. Holding the Berry. We're going to go for the Icicle Crash. We're going to go for the Icicle Crash. If we see this... Nope, go straight up for the EQ. Can we live one EQ from a Garchomp? Yes! Yes! Mamoswine, you're big and large and in charge! So Icicle Crash is going to come through, which is fantastic, because it's going to connect, and it's going to just destroy this Gar... It's Focus Sashed. Oh my gosh. Now, this does make me want to go for the EQ, but it's really not worth the risk, considering the first EQ did over half. Just going to pick up the kill with an Ice Shard. Perfectly fine by me. And Garchomp goes down. So that's really what I brought the Mamoswine for. I don't think he's going to bring both the Garchomp and the Dragonite. I don't think he would do that. If he did, then you know what? He's got Cojones of Steel. That is a Scizor, unfortunately, and it scares me. I have to go for EQ because I can't let this thing just set up a free Swords Dance. It's a Mega Scizor. If it Bullet Punches me, I'm dead. But I can't let him set up a free Swords Dance. I have to get at least neutral damage off on it. Mamoswine's pretty strong. So he's going for the Swords Dance, I'm telling you right now. He's going for the Swords Dance right now. That doesn't do nearly enough. Oh, I'm not in a good spot now. I'm not in a good spot now. I'm not in a good spot. All right, I gotta EQ. I gotta still EQ. He's gonna Bullet Punch me. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Mamoswine's gonna go down to that Bullet Punch. Ice Shard damage would have been nice, but it's really not necessary. Because I don't know if this is going to have anything for my Salamence. I'm going to Intimidate him and bring him down to -1, which is fantastic. Now the question is, do I go for a Dragon Dance? Can I afford to go for a Dragon Dance? I really can't. I got to go for a Flamethrower. I'm sorry, guys. I think Dragon Dance might be the right... No, yes. All right, sweet. Yes, yes, yes. Knowing when not to overpredict is absolutely fantastic because I used to do it so much more often than I do now, and I do it pretty frequently still. So he's going to get a Bullet Punch off. He's just going for +1 damage. I mean, it'll do a decent amount, but Flamethrower is going to OHKO, which is why I run the Flaming of Throwers on here just for the Scizors and just for the Ferrothorns, because it's worth it. It really is worth it to me. Instead of having to go, unless you're already set with a +1 D-Dance. I totally forgot when I said that I need to be +1 D-Dance to kill that thing. My opponent did bring the Dragonite. Oh my gosh, I could have preserved. I could have preserved. Well, I'm not gonna go D-Dance. I'm just gonna go Double Edge for damage. I'm just gonna go Double Edge for damage. Because even if this thing wants to D-Dance, so be it. If he really wants to, he is going to D-Dance. Now, the reason why I say so be it is simply because I have my Terrakion in the back, and my Terrakion is holding the Focus Sash. So, since Dragonite doesn't pack the Parental Bond, I'm pretty sure we're good to go. He's going to go for the E-Speed. +1 E-Speed will probably take me out, I'm assuming. Even though it's not Stab, it is going to take me out. Base 80, one of the best moves in the game. Not many Pokemon have it, and that's exactly why it's one of the best moves in the game. So I'm going to go into the Terrakion here. Totally confident at this point. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. If Rock Slide connects, and I'm mad that I even just said that, because all that is just testing fate and saying, hey, do you want to miss? Do you want to miss? Do you want to miss your Rock Slide? I really hope you don't. I really hope you don't. He's gonna opt to go for the E-Speed, which I think is interesting because it's resisted and it's not gonna do much. But I'm sad, so I guess it doesn't really matter either way. He just wanted to get an attack off, and down goes the D-Knight! So we are here rocking 2 wins already. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to use your guys' sets. Please don't be shy. Put them in the comment section down below. Give me some power to work with, because we have power right now, but I want to use your power. I want our power to come together. 3 of your power, 3 of my power, and just make the Triforce. It would just be fantastic. It would be absolutely incredible. I do not want to save that video, even if it was pretty nice. It was a nice battle. Got a 1-0. 1-0 in my favor. Played it as best as we could. We're going to go in front of the battle. And we're going to challenge. Our rating is at the 1606, so nothing crazy still. I don't really think that singles gets hard until, well, not hard, I wouldn't say hard. I wouldn't consider myself high on a singles ladder until it's like 1750, 1800, because the battle spot singles, I believe a lot of people are up to like 2K points with singles, which is crazy. But I mean, with the mons that are available, it's not impossible. We could do it if we wanted to just go for just mons, the power mons galore. My hair looks absolutely insane today. What is going on with this beast on my head? Latios, Scizor, Dragonite, Talonflame, Cobalion, and Tyranitar. So interesting team. We did use both Gardevoir and Mence already, so that's kind of cool. The only Pokemon we haven't used, actually we've used them all. We've used all our Pokemon, which is freaking fantastic. Scizor is probably going to come through again. Mamoswine really put in the finest in that last battle. Really did. But the Terrakion scares the poop out of me. So I think I'm just going to go for a Mence sweep here. I kind of want to lead Mence and just have fun, because girls just want to have fun. Although Gardevoir does hit 1, 2, 3 Pokemon for super effective damage, 1 for neutral, and the other 2 are resisted. So I could bring Mence just for Scizor and not Mega Evolve it. That's totally an option. And just open up with Gardevoir. Or open up with Scizor because he has nothing that's immune. You know, I'm going to open up with Rotom because he has nothing that's immune to electric. I'm going to bring Gardevoir. And you know what? Mamoswine hits everything on my opponent's team except for the Scizor. So we're going to bring the Mamoswine. And I think, but then I have nothing for the Scizor. I guarantee that's going to be my fault. That's going to be the fault. You know what? We're going to go Salamence instead of Gardevoir. Mamoswine can take care of everyone on his team except the Scizor. And then Mence can just come through. So we'll open up with Rotom, which will be good because his Choice Scarf, I can Volt Switch out of there, get an Intimidate off with Mence if I want to. Bada bing, bada boom. Talk about your Italian stew. And it's going to be what is Italian? I don't know. Oh my gosh, today has been one heckles of a day, but it's going to get a lot better later. So my opponent actually opens up with the Scizor, which is good for me. I can scare him with the burn and just go for the Volt Switch. And so hopefully he switches out. It would be really nice if he switches out, but he's just going to Mega Evolve and Bug Bite. Or Swords Dance. Either way, Mence is going to come in and do what it has to do. I'm tempted. Let's see, we're going to see a Vulture. Another Mega Scizor. Double Mega Scizor today. Rather interesting. I mean, it's a great Pokemon. It's definitely power. It's definitely power. Great move pool, got coverage. I'm going to go out into the Mence right now, get Intimidate off right away. So if he is going for a Bug Bite, it's going to do nothing to this Salamence. It's going to do nothing. He's going to actually go for the Knock Off, which will still not do a lot at all. And now the question is, can I afford... I resist Bug Bite. He's got Knock Off, Bullet Punch, and probably like Swords. I'm going to go for the Dragon Dance. I think I can afford to go for the D-Dance. Oh, I regret it. I regret it so much. I regret all my decisions. I have no happiness right now. Oh my gosh, we could have had a dead Mega Scizor. We could have had a dead Mega Scizor right there. What is he going for? U-turn! Alright, I'm not that sad anymore. I'm not that sad. Now, the truth is you could bring in a Choice Scarfed Latios, and I'm not sure if Salamence's base speed, although I do think it's faster than Latios. Is that a T-Tar? That's a Dragonite. Oh, we can't one-shot you, can we? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh man, that ruined everything. That ruined everything. I should have just went for the Flamethrower. Darn it! I just talked about how I don't want to overpredict anymore. I don't think a +1 Double Edge is going to kill. I'm really tempted to switch out. I have to. I have to save my Mence. I have to save my Mence. I'm gonna go out into Rotom. I can't. I have to save my meds for the Scizor. It stinks because I'm at +1, but a +1 double edge because of multi-scale is not going to kill. So my opponent's just gonna go straight up for an Outrage, which is kind of okay with me, except that it actually kills my Rotom, which is a huge problem for me. I didn't expect that to kill. Now, I don't know if an Outrage will kill a Mamoswine. To be honest, I'm really not sure. I don't want to lose this game. I do not want to lose this game because of greed. I really do not. Because then I could have just stayed in with my Salamence. Salamence naturally outspeeds. I could have got a double edge off and then set it up for Mamoswine. Had I done that. Oh my goodness. Had I just gone for the... Man. If he's Choice Banded, Outrage Okos. Do people run Choice Band anymore? Well, you know what? I should outspeed. I'm max speed Jolly. So... I'm gonna outspeed and get an Icicle Crash off. It's going to connect. Either we need to flinch or we need to kill, and you cannot be holding weakness policy. We got the flinch! Black magic! Black magic! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, well, in my mind, just go for Ice Shard and be safe. He's gonna withdraw and got into Scizor. I was so close to EQing. I was so close to EQing. You have no idea. You have no idea. So he lives with like nothing, and it wasn't even a thing. All right, so my Rotom's dead. Oh my gosh, do I go back out into Mence? Or do I stay in? I feel like I have to go into Mence. But I think 2 Bullet Punches might kill. No, he's not set up. I should be able to take 2 Bullet Punches. Alright, I'm gonna go out into Mence. And this time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. Oh my gosh, there's the Bullet Punch. Please do less than 61. Please do less than 61. Yes, yes. Alright, sweet. This time I know. Just Flamethrower away. It'll kill Dragonite. He goes for another Bullet Punch. That's fine by me. He sees that 3 Bullet Punches will kill, so that's why he wanted to do it. However, I'm able to go ahead and get a Flamethrower off and Oko the Scizor. I mean, it's not really an Oko because he didn't have full HP, but I'm really excited that we might take this match back. Oh my goodness, this has been a great game. Opponent's gonna go. Oh, you going right onto the Dragonite? Goes right into the Dragonite. Fortunately, he probably has E-Speed, and he's gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower. There's the E-Speed, and it's going to pick up the kill. Yep. Oh, man. So I pretty much have no doubt in my mind that he's Choice Banded now. It's going to come down to our last Pokemon. It's going to come down to our last Pokemon. It depends who his last Pokemon is, and he's no reason to switch out at this point. This is all that Dragonite would get to do against Mamoswine is 1 E-Speed. It's going to do so much. Choice Banded Dragonite is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. And it's going to come down to our last Pokemon. He's confident. It's a Tyranitar. I have no words. I'm just going to EQ and hope for the best. He has... I have the berry. I have the berry. It's not stab. I have the berry. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. Darn it! The Chopper Berry did not work for us! Well, unfortunately, my opponent played fantastically in that match. Literally, what cost me the game was that over-prediction. And that's a little frustrating for me, but we are currently sitting at 7 wins and 2 losses for the week, so that's not bad at all, but I really wanted to get another 3 wins today. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and leave a like rating down below so all of the shady people will come and check out that over-prediction of just frustration. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions down below. I would seriously appreciate that. I cannot do next week without you guys. You guys are the blood of this channel, not like vampire. Like, I don't want to suck your... Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady. I'm gonna go ahead and Icy Wind to slow down that Gengar, and I'm gonna bring in my Heatron.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me for that to happen. That Shark beat Pet coming through, you had me scared for a second. I was like, no.